When life opens doors, you will suddenly feel this experience that all that you know is being let go for you to see your next moment. You will immediately see the fascinating complex design within every simple step. You will see that your memory has been all that you needed to be present in this life. You are complete before any incompletion is conceived. There is an awareness here, and so we must really ask ourselves, where is the human species heading? Are we allowing many great technologies to advance? For example, they say, there were 13 technologies for flight, but the plane was one of them. And so it's as if one method got made and all the attention went there, and so there were many lost technologies. So when we have many lost technologies, that means the potential of greatness is present now, but we must carry the torch. We must look at the greatness in this world and immediately, with the accuracy of a galactic intent, immediately correct this world, not with our ideology, but just with how we feel in the moment. You see, your selfless, compassionate nature is just like embracing all forms very formlessly. There's a very interesting quote by a man who, his name is Idris Shah, and I believe he was a Sufi, and he says, you yourself are your own barrier. Rise from within it. And so Mr.Within would immediately give Idris Shah a high five. Because it's very important to see that when it is suggested that you yourself are your own barrier, it's not that there's a barrier, it's just that how you are approaching the you that you know yourself to be can be layered with limiting beliefs, and it's unnecessary at times. You know, we are covered, it's as if you're not just fed food, you're fed everything your experience is connected meaning to, for you to now have a memorable trail in this manifest cosmos. So as there is playfulness in language, immediately we will find playfulness in many aspects of our knowledge, and playfulness will become an introduction to how the multidimensionality of your being, how it's not just like some abstract phenomena which we don't need to look to and just call imagination, an unexplored nation. It becomes as if you are looking at how image is positioned, and its position is really suggesting how you're even here. It's like the significance of the life that you are. Once it becomes real for you, you will live well, because you will see that is why the life is here. There are times I wonder, why are my memories here? I observe it, and when I observe my memories, I see they're all relevant to the attention. And so when we say we have conscious attention, it is not just like, you can't just call it personality, that is vague. It is in actuality a very profound attention to many projections, many stories at once. The simultaneity is how man has created language to then see the pattern, the relationship he has with the form and the formless is not just within his speech, but it is also within everything, because there's a fractal nature to all things. All definitions continue. It means when energy cannot be created or destroyed, we see everything is changing, so memory is never lost. It is just a shift, it is just a change, as if you are that pilgrim and you are in Japan just climbing a mountain to see a wise sage. And you would see that as you have gone to see this wise sage, you have just reached on the porch, and you're on the porch, and it's a very beautiful Japanese mountain, in the clouds, and it's very profound, And you see that you have gone to the porch, and you're standing in the porch, and suddenly a very profound warrior very like as if some imperial soldier is walking in. And the imperial soldier walks ahead of you, and just right before you get in, you see the imperial soldier has gone in, and suddenly it's as if everyone in the room is paying attention to the imperial soldier. So we go in and we sit inside and we just watch. And so suddenly we are reminded of this very profound ancient tale. Like, this is a very significant Zen story, and there's this great warrior who comes to meet the sage. And so as this great warrior comes to meet the sage, and we are in that room, the great warrior suddenly comes up, and with his imperial armor and whatever, and comes up to the sage, and the sage is just having tea. And he says, "O sage, tell me now what is heaven and hell." And the sage just drinks from his tea, cup of tea. And the sage says, "You're too stupid and you're too much of a goon to understand what I'm saying." And in that moment, this imperial soldier, which was the greatest warrior in the land, suddenly he's like, "What the?" And suddenly he gets angry and he takes out his sword and in utter rage is about to kill the sage. And immediately the sage, as if undisturbed, as if he's just finished another cup sip from his tea, very silently looks at the man and says, "This is hell." And before this imperial soldier kills the sage, we see suddenly he stops. And the soldier warrior is like, for a second he's thinking, and so he suddenly realizes hell is not somewhere, it is a state of consciousness, a state of how your attention is being maintained and navigated, and how much you're aware of your true nature of being, which is omniscient. So as this soldier, as this warrior has his sword, he suddenly drops his sword to the ground, and in that time, in that culture, he immediately just bows down. He puts the soldier down and bows down. And the minute he bows down to the sage, with a very graceful smile says, "This is heaven." And not that he's bowing down to the sage, but he is bowing down to the awareness of the vastness of this cosmos, which is within our gaze. And so once you become existential sensitive, you see you cannot hate people. People are too unique. It's as if, as you see that art in that gallery, every person is as unique as any artwork. It is profound, it is significant, it is a light beam in a room which was thought it was dark. It is the opening of a door, and the shadow suddenly fades in the light of a new entrance. Your mind is a dawn. It's dawn. Do you know? That means, just like how we see dawn occur, the separation fades. At night we look at the stars, and there are many stars, but as dawn comes, it's as if in that light they are all one. Universal intelligence must come from an awareness and acceptance of the intelligence that is here and now. And it really comes down not to just love in a personality or ideology way, but rather a love that is sincerely your just awareness, you're alive. It's as if when I began paying attention to when I looked into what it could mean, these words such as mind consciousness and body consciousness, I realized it is all based on the attention and the ingenuity, the novelty, the creativity. And creativity is being covered by beliefs. It's being covered by agreeing things about yourself, which in actuality, how do you know if you have never tried? So you see, it is your intention. It's not something where books can guide you, but you are the one looking through the mirror. And so once you pay attention to the beauty of every moment, you begin to become fascinated by your own existence and experience. And this fascination it's driven. It's as if you're saying, if I don't say anything, what does life say? And suddenly you see that the thought you have is being continued by whoever else who's coming. For example, someone comes and has a conversation with you, and it's like synchronized. It's as if there's a synchronicity there. It's as if life knows what it's doing before we doubt it. And so Hafez, a very profound Sufi poet, has this quote, and he says, "Lean your sweet neck and mouth out of that dark nest where you hide. I will pour effulgence into your mind. And so this being is saying, look beyond your ideology, beyond your beliefs. Lean your sweet neck and mouth out of that dark nest where you hide, as if you were a bird. Look beyond the nest, look beyond the comfort, look beyond the habit, look beyond the pattern. Feel the rhythm simultaneously present within the rhythm of the cosmos. And you will see, Hafiz says, I will pour effulgence into your mind. It's not that he pours effulgence. It is that life, the world will open up to you. You will suddenly become sensitive. That means if you just looked at a tree from a distance, once you climb it, the views are different. You see in life there are many branches. That means when you climb a tree, you see there's a very interesting system going on. Every branch has its own vision. Every branch has its own design, unique position. And it seems that every human being in this reality has its own significant position, design, uniqueness, and we're all connected to some experiential cosmic presence, which is our being. So some have looked out into the depths of space and they have said there is emptiness there. But some have looked at there and they're like, there is nothing there, but nothing does not mean it's empty. It means it's beyond the intelligence of thing. It means there is an opening, and you will see your mind. It becomes parallel. Once you don't chase the butterfly and it lands on your forehead, you will see the grace of this world is profound. And it's very profound, because if we were a bird, we would see we are choosing how to move our wings, how we're experiencing duality within that which is now. And so Hafiz also has this in one of his poems, I feel I would like to share this. Hafiz says, there are so many positions of love, each curve on a branch, the 1,000 different ways your eyes can embrace us, the infinite shapes your mind can draw, the spring orchestra of sense, the currents of light combusting like passionate lips, the revolution of existence's skirt, whose folds contain other worlds, your every sigh that falls against his inconceivable omnipresent body. This being is suggesting that life in its infinitude is present within an intelligence very inconceivable and omnipresent here. The greatest technologies are here, they will continue to be here, and they have always been here. Reveal yourself, for you are the only one who can look beyond your own eyes. Much blessings and namaste.